Hello and welcome to the FM Championship Goal Show. Let's have a look back at the results from game week 5. And one of the standout fixtures has got to be Bournemouth winning 4-3 against QPR and Preston picking up some points against Cardiff City, but Cardiff City with the 2-1 win in the second game. Let's have a look at the league table, and at the top of the league is Brentford with 21 points, while that curse continued. They're followed by Cardiff City and Nottingham Forest. At the bottom of the league is Coventry, QPR and Luton Town looking to pick up wins this week. Our first game this week is Bristol City against Middlesbrough, and the first goal came from a long throw into Naki Wells. 1-0 to Bristol City. Middlesbrough replied on the 41st minute, and it was this wonderful strike from Contreras just outside the area. And it was Bristol City who took the lead with this long ball played over the top to Andreas Wyman, who slots it home from inside the box. And then Middlesbrough started their fight back on the 93rd minute, and it was a ball played through to Mackay-Steven, who allowed him to blast it home. And then on the 95th minute, Mackay-Steven was involved again, between a couple of players playing the ball through to a Com, who passed it home to pick up all 3 points. The second game saw the same result, but it was Bristol City that won 3-2 this time, and Moore opened the scoring on the 4th minute. And then Bristol City doubled the lead on the 13th minute with this long ball played over the top by Brunt into Wyman, and then Wells was able to pick up a loose ball. And then on the 23rd minute, Middlesbrough's fight back started, and the long ball played over the top to Patrick Roberts, then across to a Comp, was able to beat the goalkeeper at his near post. And then Middlesbrough equalised on the 41st minute, and it was a Samba Longa that played the ball across to a Comp, beat the goalkeeper at the same post. And then on the 77th minute, it was Bristol City that picked up all 3 points through this great strike from Johnny Williams. The next game is Cardiff City against Bournemouth, and it was Bournemouth who opened the scoring in this thrilling game. It was 4-4, and it was David Brooks making a run from White, who was able to put the ball into the back of the net. Then 1 minute later, it was Cardiff City who equalised, and it was this long ball played over the top for Donnarumma, who was able to beat the goalkeeper from close range. And then on the 17th minute, Bournemouth took the lead, and it was this ball played over the top into Joshua King, who was able to chip the goalkeeper. Then the same happened again 1 minute later. It was Cardiff that equalised, and it was a ball played across, and Wilson was able to pick up on the loose ball. And then Cardiff really started to show their dominance from free kicks, and it was Morrison who was spared at the back post. And then it was 4-2 to Cardiff, and it was Lee Tomlin who was involved with the goals. Bournemouth's fight back began in the second half, and it was David Brooks who was the man involved. He played the ball across to Joshua King, who was able to beat the goalkeeper in that bottom right hand corner. And then on the 67th minute, it was Joshua King that secured his hat-trick to pick up a point for both teams. The next game saw a 3-3 draw between both sides, and it was Cardiff City that were looking better of the two teams, and it was Shieldshaw with this wonderful strike. And then on the 44th minute, Cardiff doubled their lead, and it was a cross played in by Wilson that allowed Donnarumma to beat the goalkeeper from close range. And then a penalty kick for Donnarumma meant that it was a 3-0 lead for Cardiff City. And then on the 55th minute, it was this ball played into Joshua King that bet the defender, and he was able to coolly put the ball home. And then on the 65th minute, there was a penalty kick that allowed it to become 3-2. And then Bournemouth managed to grab their equaliser on the 71st minute. It was a ball played across the box into Lewis Cook that secured the point. The next game is Coventry against Swansea City, and the first game saw a game of many cards and few chances that finished 0-0. In the second game, it was 2-1 to Swansea, and it was an 89th minute winner that secured the points for Swansea. As Huddersfield Town against Derby, and in the first game saw Huddersfield win 1-0, and the only goal of the game came on the 84th minute through Art. And in the second game saw Derby County win 3-1, and it was Art who opened the scoring on the 24th minute. But Derby managed to grab their equaliser on the 45th minute, and it was through Balotelli with this great finish into the bottom left hand corner. They soon extended their lead through a corner kick, and it was Balotelli, I think, that put the ball home. And then on the 60th minute it was the Polish winger who managed to pass the ball home at the goalkeeper's near post. Our next game is Millwall against Luton Town, and this game saw Luton win 1-0, and on the 44th minute it was Awala who slotted the ball home. In the second game saw Luton continue that winning form, winning 2-0, and Collins opened his scoring, and you could question the goalkeeper there. And then on the 85th minute it was Luton Town who extended their lead, and it was Harry Cornick with this lovely volley into the back of the net. Our next game is Norwich City against Birmingham City, and it was a 4-2 victory for Norwich, and Timo Pukki was the man who opened the scoring with this placid finish into the bottom right hand corner. And then Norwich City doubled their lead on the 19th minute, and it was a long ball played through to Timo Pukki again, who puts it into the opposite corner this time. On the 22nd minute, Birmingham got themselves back into the game, and it was a cross played in by Pedersen that allowed Paloschi to header the ball home. And then on the 72nd minute, Birmingham City managed to equalise, and it was Sanchez who blasted the ball from just inside the box. But Norwich City weren't having any of it, and in the 79th minute this mistake by the goalkeeper allowed Buendia to put the ball home. And then on the 83rd minute it was Norwich who extended the lead even further, and Buendia was involved playing the ball to Timo Pukki, who managed to bag a hat-trick. Second game saw Norwich City win 2-1, and Buendia was the man who headed the ball home from close range. And then on the 56th minute Birmingham City equalised, and a great cross by Pedersen that allowed Horgan to blast the ball home from the volley. And then on the 91st minute the Norwich City managed to pick up all the points, and it was Cantwell who put the ball into the top corner. The next game is Nottingham Forest against Rotherham, and the curse continued for Nottingham Forest, but they opened the scoring, and it was Figueiredo. And then on the 73rd minute, some poor play from Nottingham Forest allowed Marotta to slot the ball home. And then on the 88th minute, it was Nottingham Forest who took the lead. It looked like they were set for all 3 points. It was this finish by Graben who put the ball into the back of the net. But on the 94th minute it was Rotherham who managed to equalise, and it was a cross played in, and it was volleyed home by the striker. And the second game saw Nottingham Forest win 2-0, and on the 70th minute this crazy decision from the goalkeeper allowed Graben to score the goal. And then 7 minutes later it was a free kick played in, and I think it was Figueiredo who was the man that headed it home. Next game is QPR against Preston, and Preston's poor form continued, but Ponce was the man who opened the scoring. On the 46th minute QPR managed to grab their goal with a free kick with no one able to pick up on it. In the second game QPR picked up a win, but Jack Byrne was the man who opened the scoring on the 37th minute. On the 40th minute it was QPR who took the lead, and it was a long ball played forward to Landon Dykes, who puts it into the bottom left hand corner. QPR extended their lead, and it was a cross played in by Kane that allowed Adoma to slot the ball home past the goalkeeper's near post. And QPR soon extended their lead even more, and it was a ball played over the top to Adoma, beating the goalkeeper at that same near post. Preston weren't down and out, they went all attacking, and this long ball played over the top to Emile Rees, who chipped the goalkeeper from the 18-yard line. Our next game is Reading against Wycombe, and this game saw a 1-0 victory for Wycombe and the only goal coming on the 7th minute. In the second game it was more eventful. It was a 3-3 draw and Mattox grabbing a double and Ajaria was on the goal sheet for Reading. Our next game is Sheffield Wednesday against Brentford, and the curse continued, and Sheffield Wednesday opened to scoring on the 42nd minute, playing the ball through to their striker. And then on the 47th minute it was Sheffield who doubled their lead, and Kadeem Harris was the man who scotched it home. In the second game saw a 2-2 draw between both sides, and it was Brentford who opened the scoring, and it was Ivan Toney with this cool finish into the bottom right hand corner. On the 52nd minute it was Sheffield Wednesday who equalised, and it was this ball played across into Okerzo who blasted it home. A penalty kick on the 80th minute meant that Sheffield Wednesday took the lead. But on the 84th minute it was Brentford with this cross into Perez and a lovely volley into the back of the net, a point apiece. Our next game is Stoke City against Barnsley, and it was Stoke City who ran out 2-0 victors, and the opening goal came on the 13th minute, and I'm going to call him Vuvuzela from now on. And his second goal came soon after on the 15th minute, and it was a cool finish from inside the box. And Barnsley won the second game 1-0, and the only goal coming on the 61st minute from this header from Silva who powered it home. Our next game is Watford against Blackburn Rovers, and the only goal in this game came from the free kick played into Williams. In the second game saw Blackburn pick up the second win, and it was this long ball played over the top to Armstrong who allowed him to put it into the bottom right hand corner. Watford replied on the 61st minute, and it was this cross that was played into the box that allowed Sema to blast the ball into the bottom corner. A penalty kick secured all 3 points for Blackburn Rovers. And here are all the results from game week 6. The 4-4 and the 3-3 from Cardiff City and Bournemouth have got to be the standouts this week, and QPR picking up their win against Preston. Norwich City done well against Birmingham City. And the table looks like this: Nottingham Forest moved to the top of the league, and Wycombe are close by in second place. At the bottom of the league is Coventry City, Birmingham City and QPR. Can they push out of those relegation places? Preston moved down the table. And a look ahead to game week 7, and some fixtures to look out for is potentially QPR and Birmingham City, a game near the bottom of the league, and possibly Coventry and Blackburn. Can Blackburn pick up more points this season? Thank you for watching the FM Championship Goal Show. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in next week for all the goals from the FM Championship.